Alright, well, welcome. Hope you guys been well. Let's see. Am I coming in alright? Let's see. Always gotta check. Right, after we start streaming, just actually check to see if everything's working. Pop, pop. That looks good. Let's see. Don't think the... Is the music not coming in? But yeah, welcome guys. Might need to check to see. Yeah, probably shouldn't be messing around with this, but let's see. I think I got the ocean music going. I technically have it playing, but I don't think I can hear it for whatever reason. Have a nice stream. Thank you, Slipper. Hopefully you're doing well too. Are you like just popping in for a sec or something? I'm just checking something real quick. Advanced? Let's do advanced. Let's do dumb. Well, I'll just keep the audio for myself then. It's weird that that's not pumping in. Because I can tell by the little waveforms here that the music should be working. Oh well, we'll see if the other music works then, once we get into it. But anyway, just one more thing. Let's see. Yeah, hope you guys are well. Because I've been honestly a little stressed out. A lot of things are happening all at once. Everything, everywhere is all happening, and I've just been so cooked and trying to keep up, and it's like just more and more keeps piling on top of it, and it's like I already have enough on my plate, and it's like, hey, how about more? Or at work, where it's like this week has been, because of Memorial Day weekend, I didn't have, started this week on Tuesday, and then I've been trying to catch up from that, because like that's the whole day that I missed, and then everything's been due this week, and been trying to just work on so hard, and then I tried to ask my boss to say, hey, my schedule, that you wrote down for me says that I don't work on Friday, which would be yesterday. And it's like, I would like to have time, because otherwise I would only have 3 days this week of work time. And then I would have to come in on next week, Monday, and then feel even more behind. So can I work on Friday so I can at least have 4 days this week? And my boss said, no. So I had 3 days of practically part-time hours when I have more than enough stuff that I could have done that Friday and not have finished everything that I needed to. As everything has been coming in hot and heavy, of just so many orders have been coming in. So not only that, but now all my other projects I also work on. So all of that has been adding too much stress. I haven't been able to really get my head back in the game of working on the game, a small commission, Midnight Mares, this project we're working on now, and I've pushed the movie so far away from thought that's like I'm not even gonna work on it. So at least for that, we'll just get in here, and see if this works. That does. Good. That's pretty loud, isn't it? I can pump it down. How's that? But anyway, welcome. I'm just drained in every way possible of trying to get things rolling, so hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm just gonna be slumping along. Anyway, but yeah, I'll try and have a brave face, but ugh, jeez, it's been just been tricky. Anyway, hi guys. What do we got? Is that a train? There's a mini screen that shows Switch 2 like news. Ooh. Oh, in your video? Oh yeah. There's a lot going on. Yeah. I bet it's like got the pods like every frame to see all your little Easter eggs you got. That was really fun. But yeah, speaking of, we'll do a little short with Derpy, and she's gonna dress up in different video game costumes and do little Derpy things. Let's see, I could do this on 2. So this be the main screen. We're just gonna storyboard it. I do have an idea, but not like, I have like a premise. A premise of what I want, and then we can fill in some of the details. Maybe you guys can help me with some stuff along the way. But at the top will be a constant of a box of the cartridge, of the Switch 2 cartridge, things of something. And then so it'll show this, and then over time it'll like swap to like be whatever games she's doing. Yeah, so we'll do all the games. So let's, what do we got? Yep, we'll do Mario Kart. I'll just do them all. So we're gonna do, my idea is Mario Kart, Drag X Drive, Donkey Kong, and Metroid. So I'll just draw each of those. I guess I can do that as a text say. Yep. Bless you. Oh, I forgot to do the emoticon thing. I think last week, like Cookie or someone wanted a dad sneezing little event to do something. But yeah, we'll do. Ooh, look at that font. Okay. Not sure how to exactly say this name here. If that's even the right name. Donkey Kong and Metroid. Honestly, not sure if I have an idea for Donkey Kong. Might get rid of that, or we can change it to something else, swap it. But yeah, let's see. Okay, that's set up. So start with Mario Kart, and then we'll just have Derpy in different costumes, and then have little different scenarios that are like going across, and then something funny happens, and then each time she finishes, then the cartridge will like spin and flip around, and then the little picture inside here of the game will then switch to the other pictures of each game. So that's why I'd say I was gonna go. Oh, you're way ahead of me. I didn't even get there yet. How Derpy is in a cart. Wait, are you asking a question on that? But yeah, I will figure that part out. Some sort of, probably should wear like a Mario hat or something. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, in English, that would be phrased as how Derpy is in a cart. If it was said as how or have Derpy in a cart would be the not question way of saying that. Just let you know. Otherwise, you're doing good. Yeah, like there you go. Yeah, all good. Yay. Another big D here. Okay. Problem is I'm so bad at vehicles that I was like, this is gonna be horrible. I'm like, I don't know. And then I wanted to, should I move this part? Wheels. And then it, maybe bigger. Close enough. Yeah, once I get into it, then I'll definitely use some references. That'll be very good. Very good idea. Either way, idea wise is we'll have Derpy here. And then I had different ideas of like she uses an item and then basically she self-sabotages herself. It's like she draws a banana, but then she immediately runs over it or something. Or like a blue shell, but like she's already in first place, so it goes up and then hits herself or something. I don't know. Not sure what to do. But yeah, these will just be little gags of like each of these, and it's like Derpy tries to play it, but then something comedic happens instead, you know. Where like she'll get in here, she'll be like off screen, like that, but then burp burp, and then does something, and then something foolish of some kind, and then something, then she just kind of falls off, and then this will swap, and then the next game will come out. So I think the banana might be easiest to draw. Trying to think about a different. I mean, you just swap with like a bomb, or because I was thinking if I wanted to do like a blue shell, that is like it has to somehow be also infer that she's also in first. I was like, is that good? So I think I want to do the banana. But then if we do Donkey Kong, what do we do with Donkey Kong then? Or we just have another banana thing or something? Honestly, I wasn't sure what Donkey Kong I was gonna do. So I could probably just get rid of DK in some way. And then swap it with something else to fill in the space. I don't know. Let's see. I know, the Switch 2 is just a week away. I can't believe it, guys. It came up so quickly. Just a week away. Can you believe it? Wow. I'm so happy with this information. Just a week away, guys. I am happy that it seems like the stock for the consoles is going to be pretty high. I thought it was going to be like 5 or 10 per store, but it seems like 50. Yeah, I think even one said like 100 or something in one store. So I was like, oh, do I have to like actually camp out like this entire week or even like a month before? Should I have camped out in front of the store and said like, oh, maybe, you know, I don't know, I want to be first because I don't know how many there will be in this store. I wasn't able to pre-order it, so I'm now relying on midnight practically release by camping out in front of a store and hopefully getting it then. Because it seems like people are also getting it, if they get it pre-ordered, if it's not canceled, then some might ship even like the 7th or like even the 11th or something crazy like that. So yeah. So even if you did somehow get the fancy lottery of like, oh yeah, well I pre-ordered and I got it, but some of them might actually ship later, so you might not actually have it. Until way later. Oh well. I don't know. Yeah, console sounds modern, at least for, you know, 5 years ago. But I don't know the other consoles and whatnot. They were like 4K. I think well, definitely not the PS3. So maybe the PS4 might have been 4K. But the 120 hertz frames a second. That's a lot. And somehow doing that on the actual handheld screen, that's insane. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, I don't know other countries whether or not, because it's pretty high, and then with America taxes, with the import stuff, that is making it even more. Like, I tried to pre-order it, and then it was like, oh well, we added the tax, and it's like, it made the standard bundle, the standard edition without the game, the same amount base price as the bundle. Because I think the standard is like $450, but then with tax it was $500, which is the same as the bundle of $500. So if you wanted the bundle, that's probably like $550 then there. So yeah. Ugh. And that's not, you know, that's only like one game, basically. Any new Switch 2 game. So if you wanted any more, you know, you have to pay another $70 for every additional game. And the $10 for the Wacom demo. that Wacom tour is like $10. So you can't even demo your maracas, Temo, like, know what or not. Know how to switch to handles, maracas, style stuff without paying $10. Ugh. What's that? Ugh. Yeah. I do have a 4K TV, so that'll be something pretty wild to experience. I'm pretty excited for that part. And it seems like most of the games I'd be interested in, all the Switch 1 games that are getting the remaster, I mean, what do you even call this? The Switch 2 edition, good resolution HDR kind of stuff. That kind of stuff are for games that I am interested in, so that's nice. And some of them have DLCs, like the Mario Party one. I don't have the base game, but or the Kirby one. So, yeah. What's up? Welcome, Delta. Just started on the storyboard for this little animation. I'll get your commission, hopefully. I'll try and work on it, the rest of it, the other half, tonight. Try and get it, done by tonight. But yeah, welcome. We're just talking about all the Switch 2 stuff, so yeah, you can jump on it with any of your opinions. But yeah, for the animation, I'm gonna have Mario Kart Drive X Drive, maybe Donkey Kong, might get rid of it. If I can't think of a comedic thing to do with that or something quick as a little gag, and then Metroid in some way. These are the Mario Kart one. I'm gonna have Derpy in her cart, and then she's gonna throw a banana, and then throw it in front of her, and then like she hits it herself. So yeah, we'll do that. So it'll be, it'll like kind of like open up, I guess. And then land in front of her. It could be off screen a little bit, maybe like a little bit over here. Yeah, I'm trying to like work with the shorts narrow width. I'm so used to it being the other way of, you know, widescreen, where like this will be full, you know, wide, so I have to like think of restrict myself horizontally and dig more vertically, which is so weird. So I'm just gonna have the cartridge just kind of fill up the space at the top. And this will like spin around. For like each game. I was thinking of doing the cartridge and actually 3D modeling it. So I might do that if I finish the storyboard early. I might go into Blender and start 3D modeling the cartridge, and then because then I can have it like spin and go whoop whoop, and then go like a sideways and go whew, whew, and then spin. That'll be a little easier if it was actually a 3D model for all the little details I want to put into it. Okay. But yeah. Just less than a week away. Oh man. Burp, burp, burp. And then land, and then I clicked the little button there to like add a new drawing substitution. Otherwise, Jim Boom will think it's the same drawing, so I had to click that. It's kind of like adding a new frame. Either way. Never get a little closer. Bring the banana closer. Do 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 do. Come on. And then they should like, I don't know. Does a flip or something? Does a banana like disappears, right? Or I guess the banana can like kind of fly. It could go into like a puff of smoke to like say that it's deleted out of existence or something. And then have Derpy do like a full like front flip or something. Where's the banana? So this banana can then kind of, and then she goes whoa, something like that, and then have her go whoa, ah, ah, and that's either she can like land on her head and just kind of continue and then flip, or she like does a full flip in the air. Could have that, or like she does a woo kind of flip and then basically just like land back here. Wow, like does a whole spin and bounce. Maybe back a little. What have we got? Enemy of company. Okay. Yeah, because Delta, were you having some troubles with the pre-order, or like you were gonna try and do something? Like it wasn't gonna... What's the situation there? To try and get the console? Let's see. And then she like just kind of like sputters out and goes a little smoke or something. And she like goes off screen basically. Okay. So basically, you gotta throw the banana and go yeah, and then whoa, boom. Oh well. Something like that. Okay. And then once that finishes, we'll then have the cartridge do a spin. So I got two. Okay. Delete this onion skin. So I think it has a little bit of a thing going on. This is like where the contacts are. This is where the sticker is. There's a little bit of details there. I don't know. Hopefully it tastes better, you know. Did you guys ever I tried it. I tasted a Switch 1 cartridge. Remember that? It was very strong. It was like, oh, this is something that I really shouldn't be tasting. It was like almost like acidic. I don't know what if I tasted like a battery and it like almost was like not really electric, but just kind of like not trashy or garbagey, but just like that shock of like, oh, you know, like really bitter, but not like, it just like had so much of a sting to it, you know, like, ugh. That, yeah. Let's add a little details I think that are on here. And then this is where the context, the actual cartridge parts have to go. Guess this can be flipped. Flip. And then get back to normal. So essentially, beep boop, beep boop, beep. That's not right. Beep, beep. Get rid of this into that, and now it's the other way, and then it goes back. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. And then go back to Derpy for the next one. Drag X Drive. I'm gonna look up what that looks like, just to see what the characters look like again, to remind myself. If you go on internet, all I see is cars. So, the first picture is it, but everything else is cars. Got like a promotional picture. Okay. This is definitely the left field, ARMS type game. Welcome, Intimate Spotlight. Hello. How you doing? Working on the storyboard part of this. So now, it should be the same sort of thing, where like she just kind of messes up in some way. 'Cause this is the one everyone's familiar with. So I'm using Bing. But this guy. So yeah, if he's gonna watch like the one trailer that it had, you might not even know about this game at all. But yeah, so use the Joy-Cons that have the mouse sensor in it, and you just kind of use motion controls almost to like push yourself in the wheelchair looking design transport thingy. And then it's Rocket, whatever, the car soccer game, Rocket League, and you then play basketball with the hoop and ball going on. So it's pretty unique in some fashion, but also it's like, okay. Like, it's so out there that's like, I don't know. You know, I'm just trying to explain it of like, oh, but it's Rocket League basketball in a wheelchair. And you use mouse controls as a way to control it, but then when you actually do the dunking, you like lift your Joy-Cons up and then do the motion like in Wii Sports. Yeah. Sounds pretty intense exercise wise. But yeah. I guess, yeah, who besides other people know about this game at all? Like, it's even on your radar, you know, to be like, oh yeah, Drag X Drive, of course. The next, yeah, at the bottom there is Rocket League. So yeah. Ugh. And I think, yeah, exactly over. That's some of the... I think some game got added mouse controls. Oh, the Garage, the game dev game where you can make your own little mini games. Game Builder Garage got mouse controls, but I guess that's for building games, because there was like this whole compatibility. You can't use the Joy-Con 2 with the game because some of the games might use the IR sensor that was only in the Joy-Con 1. So Joy-Con 1 has the IR sensor built into the right Joy-Con. Like it has this at the bottom and it can go warp warp, and then like when you do something with your hand, it'll be like, whoa, okay, neat. Then it can like see what kind of shape you're doing, like if you're doing like, you know, a peace sign versus like rock or something with your hand. It'll be the little sensor at the bottom of it will be like, oh, I see, using my radar IR rips to be like, oh, I see the shape. But now the Switch 2 Joy-Cons doesn't have it to make room for the C button. So a cool C button for all that fun chat stuff. Is that that's the plus one. Does not have the IR sensor, so you can't do all that fun stuff. So all the games that use it, the 5 games that use it, aren't compatible now. Yeah. Which, you know, good on them for getting rid of the IR sensor, but also it's like, well, for those 5 games that use this, whoops. Like I think like Ring Fit Adventure, WarioWare always does something, and whatever else we were talking about. Game Builder Garage won't be able to utilize that, so oh well. So, but you can use a Joy-Con 1 on a Switch 2. This gets really confusing. But yeah. So you can still connect your Joy-Con 1 into a Switch 2 to then play Switch 2 games or Switch 1 Enhanced Switch 2 Edition games. Yeah, if we just called it like the Switch U or something, I don't know if that would make things easier to say, but you know, it gets complicated. Okay. So let's we can have her in the helmet, I guess. We get the racer helmet thing, then we can try and put her hair. Her neck hair is still sort of like sticking out or something. Can't see behind to see what kind of details there are, but I can just kind of do something there. Okay. And then wheelchairs, more vehicle. So wheel, and then the chair where she can sit, I guess. Does it have any? It just has this little thing going on. And then, yeah. Okay. And then, what happens? Just trying to imagine like a scenario where it's like a ball either like bounces in or something. That's not how it bounces. Like a ball bounces in, and then she's like, like her little T-Rex arms are like, I'm trying to get it. I can't get it. And then it just goes away. And then the ball just rolls off. It's like, yeah, she's like in a stance of like, I got it. Give it to me. Yeah. And then it's like just barely misses her. And it's like, oh. She like looks back and be like, oh, where'd it go? And then it's like, I can't turn this around. And then she's in the middle, and then it's like, okay. And then tries to like backwards roll backwards out or something. It goes backwards. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. That can work. A couple of that. Okay. Now we'll have her roll into position. Have her extend that. And delete her here for these frames. Just clean up the timeline down here. Okay. Get her into position, and then maybe some sound effect or something happens where be like a whistle or something. Where it's like burp, like like a whistle, you know. And then burp, and then she's like okay, and then tries to get into position. Where it's like yeah, give me the ball, give me the ball. Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright. This could be like a slow, like trying to wheel in, like it's a lot of effort to be like, okay. And it's like she's already like out of breath. And then the ball bounces in and then does this. And then at each point, and it just kind of rolls off and you're just like, oh. And like turn her head or something. Let's see if I can grab all the head bits and just kind of, I'm just kind of like in shame, just be like, then kind of looking at it to be like, oh. Then it's like, oh come on, I missed. And then I go, ugh, okay. And then, whoa, grab the arms here. And then try and take all of this part, kind of rotate it. And then it's like, okay, and then tries to roll backward. Off screen left. But like really slowly. What happened? There we go. Okay, trying to delete her. Set the frame rate to like not 23, just 2. See if this works. Burp, 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 burp. Uh-oh. Whoa. Burp, burp, burp. Boom, boom, boom. Aw. Squeaky, or something. Yeah, like the wheels are just really not good. So you have to like, it just sounds like their wheels are super squeaky. Is that good? I mean, I mean, this is the most optimal time to be like, something else can happen, you know. At this point in animation is like, oh, you want to get rid of this? Sure, whatever, gone. Let's do something else. Because I haven't had to use the puppet rig version of her yet, you know, and actually animate it and then get everything set up and, you know, have like 100 keyframes of every single part and be like, okay, as you know. And if I, like at that point, after I finish animating and say like, oh, is this good? Then that'll be bad. So, yeah, what do you guys think? I'm always just like trying to figure out the best. This be the easiest is like sort of like animate. I don't want to like have her, you know, actually do anything too tricky. You know, not like have it go like woo and then like does a trick or something and then like flip it around. And actually like have like depth or something to this. So maybe this is fine. I don't know. I'm always too hard on myself to like be like, is this good enough? And then usually I have grandiose ideas or I just kind of run out of time by the end. That's like I gotta minimize a lot of this out to be like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not gonna have enough time to actually complete this big vision, so I have to be like, okay, I will just settle. Because unfortunately that's what happened with the Mother's Day video, where it was going to be 2 to 3 times larger in scale, where it was going to be like, oh, the Mother's Day video for this year was going to have like Derpy actually have more interactions, and like it was going to be like in the clouds and at Derpy's mother's house, and then they would go back and forth of like, did you bring everything? You know, did you bring your socks? Did you put your shoes on, Derpy? And be like the mother trying to say like making sure that Derpy put everything on, ready to go for the picnic, and then all of that. I did release, hopefully, I can double check real quick on my Patreon, just to let you guys know. On Patreon I do post a full write-up and what happened, and I think I got the first version of the animatic up on Patreon, so that's a exclusive thing. So if you wanted to join on that, you'll be able to see that in all my write-ups and for basically every video, to hear my deep dives and what went wrong. I explain all that. So on my patreon.com/Yoshi Greenwater. I think that's also in the description in here as well. So you should be able to just get there. Yeah. Patreon.com/Yoshi Greenwater. It should be a link in the description for that. But either way, you guys can join on that. Okay. That was failed as forces a YouTube ad read. Okay. Because I got YouTube Premium now, so it's like my dad got it just because he got tired of all the ads, and we got it. But that means that you still get the embedded, you know, the actual video sponsorships and any other ad reads that they do inside of the video. So it's not like I'm free from every ad, so I still have to like, I get this second sense of like, especially when like it's one of those videos of it being like a 3-hour review on something, and it's like it would just cut to like be like a live action video of them talking to camera and be like, I don't like this movie, here's why. And then they would go on for like a half hour, and then they would suddenly just cut to like a different room with him wearing like a different shirt, and it's like, you know, I still don't like movies, but you know what else I don't like? And it's like, oh god, no. That's right. And then it just goes into this sponsorship, and it's like, ugh. So as soon as I see him like cut to like a different shot wearing a different shirt or something, it's like, oh, skip. You know, it's like get my hand ready to be like, oh, I gotta skip the next 2 minutes. Yeah. Doing well, thank you. I mean, you guys can influence this a little bit if you want, but just know again that I don't want to make this too complicated. Donkey Kong next. Do I want to do a Donkey Kong? Maybe I can, if you guys have any ideas of what, now that you've seen like what this kind of stuff is, of how complicated I kind of want these to be. If you have any ideas for Donkey Kong Bonanza, I guess, Let me know. Let me know in the comments now. Oh, stay. Ready, bonanza? Let me look that up. It's close. B-O-N-A-N-Z-A? Bonanza. Okay. Not sure on that. I think I'm gonna skip over to Metroid, and then obviously I could just reorder these, and like I can move these around and then swap them and then place them later. So not a big deal. Because again, this is where all the ideas flow out, hopefully, and I can just focus on trying to get the basic sketches out. So I'm gonna move now to Metroid, but if you have any ideas and what Derpy can do in Bonanza, let me know. Okay. Welcome, Mike. How you doing? That's my OBS. There we go. Just want to move it over there. Okay. There it is. Okay. Oh, on yours ones. Okay, cool. Wanted to see what about my, not Sammy, the new, same sort of things when they show up, the little things with the commands. Okay. For Metroid, I had an idea. I have an idea for Metroid, but I just don't have an idea for Bonanza. So if Mike, if you have I can show what I got so far. So for Mario Kart, we'll have Derpy in her little cart, and she goes beep beep, and then she's like, I got a banana, and then she draws it, but then it's like right in front of her, and she goes, hits her own banana, and then flips up, and then goes bromph, and goes, oh, okay. And then a little cartridge flips to show Drag X Drive, and now she's in the motocross wheelchair thing where you play basketball, and the ball just kind of drops and like pops, and then like she misses, like she didn't grab the ball, and it's like, oh, where'd it go? Now she was like effortlessly like trying to push herself backward. There could be like the truck like burp 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 kind of noises or something, and then potentially Donkey Kong of whatever we choose to do for that. Honestly, the least amount of, if I have less stuff of these, almost the better, because then I can focus on getting all of them, like giving more time to each one of them to make sure that each one of them is as good as it could be with animation wise. You know, if I had to do like 10 of these, I'd be like, you know, scrambling to be just like, I don't know, the ball just kind of goes, you know, instead of animating all this, I could just be like, then it just falls and then dupes. Like the path of it would just be super simplified. It's just like, I have no time to work on it. Okay. What does, not Samus, yes. I was like, don't call her Metroid. Okay. So it's the same sort of like visor thing. Derpy picking up bananas. I feel like it could be like the same thing as the banana here. I guess I can reuse the same banana sprite. That's a good idea. Just like, I'm just not sure how to make it either unique or like interesting. And that's like my main things I gotta, you know, have to make this good. I could never like stand, because I think that'd be easier. Use like her shoulder blades. And then is Metroid, damn it, what is it? Samus is right-handed? Like her gun's on this side? What is this? Something like that. Gotta get rid of left arm. Otherwise, I feel like it'd be weirder if she was horse-shaped. She could still, like, be kind of wonky. Like, if she's walking in, you know, do, like, the burp, 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 burp. Kind of, like, walk to be like, burp, and then brump, burp. And not, like, a full-on, you know, like, do kind of thing. To walk in like that. Cleaning timeline. Okay. So we got tiny Metroid. Let's get her a little bigger. Cause that's big. So we can get her bigger. Okay. So we'll have her walk in, and then, you know. Cause what happens in Bonanza is Donkey Kong is like, seems like a prequel or something, or like he's in the mines, and then like, I think his whole thing is that he's, yeah, mining the ground, and then can destroy the ground and climb up things and collect the dons and rocks. It's like a, I was gonna say it's like Mario Odyssey, but with Donkey Kong, and it's like, is that really? Because like, there's so many Donkey Kong isms in it, and it's like, I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan of Donkey Kong, and with all this like, none of this redesigning of Donkey Kong has made me like more interested in him, you know? It's like, oh look, now his eyes are different. Do I want to buy his game now? No. You know, they spend all the time in like redesigning and remodeling, and then like, oh okay, you know, now he's in a new game, what do you think? And it's like, I don't know. It's like, cool. I think initially at the trailer I was like, wow, this is like really taking advantage of the higher CPU and processing of it, of the Switch 2, to be like, wow, look how much destruction and how much particles were coming out. Like if we smash a boulder, like the amount of destruction the rock would be in little pieces was pretty cool. But otherwise, do I want to play a game of that? I'm sure it's fun, but it's like, it's hard for me to justify it for myself to be like I really only like to buy games if I'm gonna play it more than 5 to 10 hours at least. So if it's like, okay, you know, I might, hopefully, you know, will I get bored of this game and not actually see it through? You know, if I only play like a 2 hours of it, then it's like, that was a waste, you know? So that's just on me. To be like, probably can skip it then, you know? Because at that point, if you're only gonna play for like 2 hours, you might as well just rent it or do like a second hand or something, you know? Be like, oh, okay. Just play the demo or something and just be like, yeah, that was neat. And be like, I don't know. Do want to actually, you know, go through the entire campaign and anything else that happens in it. It's like, I don't know. Probably not. Same for like Metroid. I do have a bunch of Metroid games. I think I have the Prime trilogy on Wii, but I never really get past like never got past like, well, definitely not the third dungeon, so I'm probably like either in the first or second dungeon, or levels or whatever they are, biomes. It's like I never really beat any of them. But somehow I have all three. Oh, I think I got Prime 1 and 2 on, oh, I think I do have them on Game, okay, yeah, I got 1 and 2 on GameCube, and I think that was like a garage sale or something, and my mom just got a bunch of GameCube games way long ago. And then somehow I like saw like the Prime 3 trailer on the Wii's Nintendo video. Remember that? Nintendo video on Wii had the Nintendo Minute with the two hosts, with Gary and Allison. And I was like just watching the Metroid Prime 3 trailer and being like, wow, this is cool. And so we got it, and it's like, yeah, that was pretty neat. Maybe play like 3 hours and be like, okay, I'm done for tonight. I'm gonna have dinner, and then I never really picked it up ever again after that. So, yeah. I guess I'm more into like, I get more into like puzzle, RPG, rhythm games. I feel more fun times when I play those kind of games. So to like play like a whole adventure type game or something like something that requires like you to sit down and like do a campaign of it, I feel like I never really finished those. I never really actually finished Pokemon either, just because that required actually knowing how to play with ones that with Pokemon you gotta like play with not your favorites. That's like a whole other thing where it's like, oh, I like Lucario. I'm sure he'll be good in the, I don't know, electric gym or something. And it's like he just gets blasted or something. It's like, oh no, now what? He was my MVP star, and all I got is like, I have like a dead pigeon and like 3 octopuses that I caught, you know, in the last route. And it's like, oh no, now what do I do? So never got. I get pretty far in some Pokemon, but then it's like, oh, you want me to actually be good? Like, you want me to get good now? Oh. I thought I could just write off, you know, hopefully just using stab moves on some of them or trying to use the super effectives when I'm able to. But otherwise, I feel like I'm not able to have the right ones when I need them. So I don't know. Just gonna swap her like that. Guess I could have just swapped her whole torso or something. We can have her like point up or something. Like that. It's like something like, yeah. And then I want the Joy-Con in mouse mode to like act as a mouse. And then Derpy as a Metroid, as Samus gets scared and then runs off. So I have the little wrist strap, and then all the buttons. Not like that. This one's got the home and the C button on this one. Yeah. Let's have it lower so I can utilize this space more. And then here he comes out and be like, alright, where are you guys? Where are you? Where are you? And then, yeah, the mouse comes out. Where are you? Burp, burp. And then it does like a little squeak or something when it comes close. And then Derpy looks and then gets scared. Then it's like jumps up or something. It's like, what? Like, ah, yeah. I feel like I want to change. I'm gonna use, you know, the same whatever. How did I draw it before? I can change this to be, I can add like a deformer, now that I think about it with the puppet. I can add a deformer to kind of change this shape to be like, whoa. Ever do a, ah! Yeah, yeah. It's got a little small. Bring this up, get rid of that. Ah, ah. Where are you? And then squeak. So I can add a little one bit here. And then this does a, how do you make an onomatopoeia of like a sound like that? Beep beep. Guess you just say. You just write it in. Squeak. Squeak. Ah! And then it scares Derpy off screen? I guess. Ah. And then does like a, can almost do like a Naruto run or something. Never. What do I want? I want onion skin 2. Get rid of that one. Never just going like that. Heh. And then, yeah, just have her Derpy run off, leaving just a mouse. Or the Joy-Con as a mouse mode. And then have, next thing, we could do it on this one, or what is this? Oh, this is the text. Yeah, we could do the same. I'll just have to mind my layers. Next frame, we can have the dog come out. Oh, it's gonna have to like the puppy dog come out. But I was wondering, let's see. So I want the dog to come out, but I guess it would just be the one side would be here. And then this be blank. And then the dog can come in and then like face plant its head in onto the Joy-Con right, and then lift up, and then it would be in here, and then the dog can like walk off or something. They could do like a cute little, the legs can kind of like swap back and forth or something. And then, yeah, you come in. Come on in. Ah, it's not selecting. Also moved everything. Uh-oh. Okay. Put you off screen. And then get rid of this. And then the head. swap my onion skin. Because then I want it to be like on the ground like this. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, look. Wow, there it is. Bonk. And then we get here. Reusing the same drawing as before. Then changing it. And then get this. And then actually it's more like that, and then all the buttons, face buttons there, and the face buttons there. Keep doing that. There you go. Okay. Bink, bink, bonk, bink. And then it trots away. Where it's like one leg spread out this way, this one's back, this one's that, this one's that, and then next frame of it being this, put it the other way. So this one there, this one there, this one there, this one there. Go back, new frame, to reuse the same drawing, and then it's off. And then we're gone. Then we're out. Then we cut. Okay. And then we do another of these right there. And then that's the end. So I guess there's sort of like 3.5 things if we do the Switch puppy at the end. Or the Switch dog now. Ooh, it's probably got old. It's like 8 years old now. So, let's see. I can do it. Okay, just reading your messages there about Donkey Kong. That's like, I don't know. Probably just get rid of it. It's okay. Cause I think this is fine. If I do this 1 frame a second, what do we get? That's okay. Okay. Well, how does this look so far? Could make the colors a little darker so you can actually see it. Probably can like add a card to make it a little bit darker or more contrast. Add the card to make background white. That's probably all you need. Okay. Yeah, let me know how this looks with the Mario Kart and slipping on the own banana, going whoa whoa, and then going off. Cartridge swaps, flips around. It's a little slow, but I guess you want to see every of these frames. Drag X drive. Swap. Wow. Really slow. It'll be, yeah, I'll make it faster. This is just to appreciate everything here. And then Metroid. Little Switch puppy. So yeah, there's like 3.5 vignettes. And then we switch from the Metroid one back into Mario Kart. And then it loops back, which I don't think I got. Oh yeah, oh, there we go. had to click it, but yeah. That's that. How long... I mean, I only have so much time to get this done, but it's probably more than enough, honestly, to keep me busy. So, yeah. Now it's just up to making this. And everything else that comes with this. So, honestly, let's see. This might only be about 20 seconds or something. And by having less stuff makes me able to then really dive into, hopefully I can animate these well and like maybe spend more time with each of them. You know, like something like this could be more slowed down and dramatic, and then have more, make this ball animation, you know, of it falling be better, and then this squeaking back could be slower and more exaggerated, and not have, you know, each time she flips the wheel to spin it backward, it could be like a different, because I could just copy paste like the animation of her going like, and like she could like breathe and be like, huh. You know, because if I had like more things to do, then I might just do some shortcuts like that. Maybe add some physics or hair movements, or like her little back hair in here could be animated then, which I might not do, or something. Okay. I said that if we finish the storyboard quickly, I would go into modeling the cartridge in 3D. So I think we'll go ahead and move on to that now. How's that sound? Whew, I know, this is already like a lot of work, but that was hopefully the most heady, like most amount of brain power, like saying that that was a lot of thinking, and now it's just like, okay, instead of trying to figure out like starting from scratch and be like, what do I do, into like this as a plan, now I can be like, what do I need for this particular thing to happen? You know, I can be like, okay, all I need now to actually complete this now is the Samus costume, you know, the cartridge, and then the Joy-Con, and then now I have a laundry list of what I need to do to make the assets and stuff to make this work. And so now it's a lot easier. Okay. Okay. I will see you in one quick sec as I open Blender. Let's see. There you are. My 3D program of choice here. Let that load, hopefully. Hopefully it's not quite, it's like on a gray screen, like nothing's here yet. It's not responding. Maybe? I haven't opened this in a while, actually. What if I had to like open like an older version? Oh, here we go. Okay. I've never seen it open that slow before, so that was scary. Okay. I will have to save it, so let me just save it real quick. Switch. Cartridge. Well, I guess switch to cartridge. Blender files folder. Sure. Save. Okay. There, we're good. Boop. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so this is Blender. Made it big. Here we go. Put my pen down. Okay. And remember how to do any of this now. Do I? Let's close that. I want the picture that I saved. Okay. On another screen that you can't see. What did I open this in? I found it in Sketchfab. Sketch FAB. RTQL8D made a model of the cartridge. So I'm going to use this as a reference for me. Okay, so we'll see which angle. Okay. Let's see. Just definitely want to make it really small in the Y direction. Here we go. Remember how to do this. Okay, so all I just have to do is think about proportions, think about like how actually thick these things are, and it's probably not that much. And then, yeah. It seems actually pretty thick. I could make it a little wide. I don't know. Either way. Let's see if we can bevel some of these edges. See if I can bevel 2 at a time. Then we can try and do 4 later. Oops. Well, welcome. You're just in time for me to see if I know how to do this. Ooh, right, that's extrude. I want to bevel. I don't think it's B. Let's see. I really gotta look into keyboard shortcuts. Actually, I think I can do it in here. Shift G is bevel? Oh. What happened? Select similar. Oh, there was also a bevel here. Bevel. What's it doing? I can add a something else. Subdivision surface. That's that. I think I'll just go into something similar. Simpler. I want to round out the edges, so I want to have more geometry, so I think I just need to just literally just add my own geometry here. And then hopefully I can just like grab that and go boop. Now it's bubbled. And then try and just do something like that. My mouse isn't really on my Stream Deck is like pushing my mouse off the my table. So I wasn't able to select things too easy. Scale X, bring these in. It's all ready. Makes it a little bit more rounded on the corners. Let's see. Okay. And so now if I do my subdivision surface, so now, look at that. So I added a modifier where I could boost this up, you know, super high. And then because of the way the subdivision is making it so it's like taking the average or something of the box that I got here, like all these boxes. It's saying, where am I trying to round this out or like make it more smooth. So I think I need to add a couple more loop cuts. And then if they're pretty close to the edges, then I'll make it a little bit more sharper. Be adding more geometry like that. Could add one more. And then, yeah, that should be good. And if I don't like how... Let's see. How this kind of looks, I can try and... see what I can do. Try and raise... GZ. Yeah. Welcome back, Judd. Working on the Switch to cartridge 3D model. Okay, make it a little taller. So now I got this. I feel like I want to make it more flat at the top. Let's see. What you got? There you go. I just wanted to do that real quick. What's your opinion on a community leaderboard? Whoa. On the community leaderboard. Could you give me more information? I'm not sure exactly what that's about, honestly. Like I know about community leaderboards? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Like your post on the YouTube community? So leaderboard sounds like a scoreboard kind of thing where like it's a new leaderboard? I haven't heard of that. Honestly, I haven't heard of that. I have to check that out. Huh. Should I look that up real quick? I'm not sure. I haven't heard that yet. And I keep up with a lot of YouTube stuff, but I haven't heard of that. I feel like if I just do YouTube leaderboard, I'm gonna get something else. Yeah. That's a channel name leaderboard. But it's also like the community? Oh, I missed your message. Didn't read it. Are we like your post? But because the leaderboard is like a scoreboard where it's like, yeah, ranking basically. But you're also saying it's like a community post where you just post things, like your post. That's where I'm getting confused now. Like I don't know if it's a new feature or like what are we what? Yeah, sorry, I'm just not sure what exactly we're talking about. And this is so broken English and I can't follow either. So sorry. Which way is front? I got negative Y. Here's a Y. We can make it Y. Oh, that's backwards. Weird. Guess we're going negative Y to be front. Oops. Don't close. Oh, that was like the one thing I wanted, and then I closed it. It is a YouTube feature? I looked up YouTube leaderboard and I didn't see anything. The hype leaderboard and gain visibility? What the? Never mind. Who are you? Stop it. A day ago. Okay. I think I found something. YouTube community leaderboard is here. I will show you how to enable community leaderboard on your YouTube live stream. Oh. Ew. Yeah, explain everything. Okay. How viewers can get XP? What the? Ranks your viewers based on their engagement, like live chats, super chats, and stickers, and adds a fun competitive twist to your live stream. Whoa, it's now rolling out in India too. Who can participate? How to enable? Yeah, I never heard of this. What do I do, Mr. Exposure-y? What do you got? Oh, your captions are in... What is this? I have to translate your transcripts now. You're making me do all this now. Why did it automatically say, like, oh, we detected and we want your captions to be in Hindi? Okay. Huh. Yeah, in the chat there's like a little amount of like XP you have by doing what? Yeah, how do I do that? Because I got the gold thing I got. What? He's just showing the intro. I'm watching a video. Okay. Leaderboard. What do I do to enable it? So it's not an automatic thing because I don't see it. Your engagement counts. You earn points for super chats, sending live messages. Okay. And sending gifts. Okay, you can opt out if you want. So what is this called? This is literally just YouTube leaderboard. This is so weird. How to enable. Go to your YouTube studio and click on the live streaming section and just enable the community leaderboard feature. That's all you gotta do. Didn't say like what tab or where that button is. Create stream marker, share, edit, customization, monetization, message, redirect, trailer. Like where's the button to turn it on? Do I not have it? Where's the official? Okay. Okay. Here's the official thing, so we can just read through this so I can maybe find this. Okay. Oh, well then, okay. Doesn't seem to be available for me. Does that mean Judd and you guys are in Brazil, Taiwan, and Turkey? I guess they're doing a slow rollout then. For more countries in the future. Okay, currently in limited beta and only available for certain countries at this time. Okay, so what do I think? I don't know. Upcoming creators in available countries with 500 to 500,000. It caps it at 500,000? Like if I have 500,001, I can't be eligible? Is that what that's saying? Okay. For the hype beta and thus the leaderboard, viewers in its available countries can hype long-form videos uploaded within the last 7 days. Videos with the most points are added to the leaderboard and get a badge, and the video description shows if what is it? I don't care. It creates a competition and like adds too much, you know, yeah, competitive nature weirdness into. Can I hype my own videos? No. No, you can't hype your own videos. What are you, stupid? You can hype videos from other up-and-coming creators within your community. Huh? This is weird. I don't know. I'll have to try it out and see what it even means. Yeah, forget about it. This is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna make a box. What do I want? I want to inset this or something. Let's bring this down. I can just turn it visibility off for right now. There we go. Since we where the sticker is on the Switch cartridge. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh well. No, yeah. It's okay. Yeah, you didn't know of how weird and not. How'd you know? Well, I guess how'd you know about it in the first place then? Where'd you hear about it? Let's see. I want to make this as big as I can, I guess. And then we can play with materials. Select everything. I think I can select all the faces, base color, make those. I think it's just pure red, right? And let's make it less rough. Subsurface. One of these will specular. We'll probably make it less. Honestly, some of these are like, I don't know, there's just little things that change. That definitely did something. So what did I do? Instead of trying to figure it out, I'm just gonna redo whatever I did. Let's see. Yeah, you guys don't have to delete your messages. I mean, it's part of the history. I mean, I don't need you to delete it on your own. It's okay. MC.Let's see. I want to add a new material. Make this white or gray or something, and then make this polygon this material and assign it. So now we got that. So with this, I can also change this into a picture texture, and then change it to be the picture of the game, or I can make my own. Probably gotta make my own versions of the game pictures, and then yeah. Let's see. So on the back, is it indent maybe? Let's see. I'm moving a 3D model on a different screen here. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on, but at least on the back, it looks like I need to about 2/3 up, and then in this polygon, let's see. Did I try Blender? That's this program that I'm using now, so I would say yes. Just haven't used it recently, so I'm a little rusty. I'm trying to remember all the controls right now. Yeah. Let's see. I think I wanna inset this and then bring this inward a little bit. And I got this little hole that looks horrible. I think I want to turn on my so need to add a little bit more geometry to make that. Well, I can make it circle. That's not what I want. I want to make it sharper like this. Honestly, I can make this into. I can make this into another picture where it has the connectors, the conductors. One of those where it has little lines. If I can draw. Where's my draw tool? Because I want to have some little bars and then some little line here, and then probably like make these thick, and then have little like a jail cell kind of window looking thing So I was like, do I want to model that? So I seen the one referencing just as look around in 3D. On my other monitor, I have the cartridge that's in 3D model, and it's like I could model this out, but the way that in the animation is going to be about this big, and I only really need it to just have a reference basically to have the different angles. I can then render out the pictures from Blender and then pop it here, and then I can animate it as if I had anything else and have like an image sequence that then I can kind of go through it. So whether or not I want to spend the time in individually making everything and just having the amount of polygons to this. I'm sure I can make this into a high poly model, but it's like, what's the point? So that's what I'm kind of worried about. I think I want to move these points, and then the opposite side here. I'm gonna move these ones down, hopefully. Hopefully that doesn't break much. I think it's a square, so we're fine. Yeah, okay. Smooth that up, and I think on the other side is a little triangle. I could model the triangle, or at least just add, oops, add a box in here. So that's connected to that, so I need, yeah, it's gonna go all the way across. I just want to have this be a polygon. If that means I need to do all of this, I probably could dissolve some of these. If I could just do this and then say dissolve edges, beep. And hopefully that didn't mess, it messed up a little bit. That's okay. I need the modifier with this subdivision modifier so I can have the corners be rounded. As you saw like earlier was looking like that. And so if I had this, it'd just be way too jagged and polygonal. So this makes it look nicer, but at the cost now of having to adding more polygons to make it actually. I wonder if I actually add. It's probably gonna do that, honestly. Let's go back to where I had the extra polygons in here. See if that fixes it. Almost. Okay. That's closer. That's better than that other weird one that we had. So I think we just need to add more polygons. I just don't want to add too many unnecessary polygons. That's the thing. And just add these to each corner here. And so that'll fix that. Okay. So now we got a nice square on this side with the rounded corners. And then we can fix this. Let's maybe the rounded corners here actually works. And then just adding the texture of the components of the cartridge exposed parts here. Let's see. There is a little bit of some extra geometry where the bottom right actually has some extra bits going on here. So I have to be careful now. And that actually goes into a little There's like this indent hole here. This is so hard. Okay. Let's see. So I want to add geometry so I can do something with it. About halfway up, I can scale that to be flat. Let's do one here, and then do another one at the top. This is probably pretty small. Let's see. Of the whole thing, yeah, it's super small. And then would like to grab all of this and bring this down. So what I want is for a couple of, like, I want to like indent this face inside and like bring it in basically like that, but a little bit more advanced. Let's turn off all of this. So what I want is this to go inside, so how to figure that out. I get to inset it and then push it in and then fix some of this other geometry because I wanted to let's see. So I want this one to go also in. And it needs to also have a little bit more going on. Add this, which means that this polygon needs to be outward. No, that needs another polygon to make sure that that stays where it needs to. Let's see if this fixes that. But it doesn't fix the top, so I need another line to keep that still. And then now you can just go in into here. This polygon matches up with that. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I just don't want to add too many because then you start wrestling with way too much stuff all at once. And it's like, just becomes a mess of like, what is going on? So I feel like I want this line to also be inward. Something like that, but also basically just taking a chunk out of it. Let's see if this breaks it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I need another chunk here, and then another chunk at the bottom. Okay. Not bad. I think I want to push these guys inward a little bit more to add more depth, basically. Let's turn on, yeah, shade smooth. See if that works. See, I can't kind of make it so yeah, this corner is going to be a little busted with just how. Now, is it flat? It does have a little ridge, so we can add back in some sort of take this guy or something and try and see if we can push him out to make this flat here. So obviously from a distance it's like, oh, okay, sure. It's probably just gonna be rendered like this anyway. You know, so we can render that. And it's like, yeah. You got a little hole there, so we'll have to make sure that that's good, but because it's gonna be about this size rendered, or at least it's gonna look like this, and then once I render this as a picture, I'll bring it into Toon Boom, and then have it be about that size on the screen. Everything else happens. So, don't need this to be a masterpiece, but it obviously would be good to at least look decent, you know. So whether or not I want to fumble with this more, or try and see if I can do other techniques that'll give me roughly the same result would be good. So I could probably just make the levels and viewports either lower, or I just literally add more geometry to make this round on its own. But adding it so it looks like this and nice does take a lot of points. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of, is that adding all these points here, this is on the front, isn't it? It's just because I had to add those to be able to add this little stupid hole here. Which I was like, I don't know, maybe it'll work out, right? And now I got this huge amount of points. Oh, God. Yeah, it's all from trying to add more points on the other side. Now I got this, and it's like, what are you doing? Oh, no. What if shade flat will do anything? Probably not. Let's see. What would I normally do? I mean, at this point I would probably say whoops, and then might just go in and either redo it now, knowing what I know now, or just playing with this more or something. I guess out of the camera so it looks good. Let's move the camera so I can get a little closer. I can probably just put this, zero this out, and then see where that is. Let's just put that there. Okay. I don't know which way do I want it to be. If this is probably there, so probably just put you here. 0x, -2y, and like 0.5z. Bring it up a little bit. Let's get it way further. Zero these guys out, see what you get. 90 there, and you get that. Okay. Let's go further away. Center it up. So there you go. So I got that. Cube, which we can rename to switch to cart. And then I could just add an animation because I can keep modeling it after I animate it. So I'll add a keyframeable thing here. Okay. And set this to be my graph editor. Please just let me get in and graph editor. Okay. I have way too many things now. Okay. So frame 1. I got this. Let's see if there's anything hiding. I don't think so. There it is. Okay. My summary. There it is. There's that. There's my Z location. There's my Z location there. Okay, this is 2 ways to look at the animation. So I got this one on the left, which is my timeline. I guess I can use that as my dope sheet. That's better. So my dope sheet says at what frame we're going across. We're going in time, and then we'll have changes. And then this on the right is then my graph editor. It'll make sense once we have something. Let's go about 42 frames at 24 frames a second. I can add another keyframe at the end here. And then change the value to 36059. We did it with the position, which is not what I wanted. I did the location. So we'll get rid of that and go back to the game. Because I wanted it to rotate actually. This one. Who saw that before I clicked it? Whoa. Who was smart enough to be like, hey, wait a minute. You were doing the location. Where is it? There it is. Might be wondering why it's not moving, which is a very good question. So the left tells me where the keyframes are, and obviously there's more stuff, then it gets more complicated. And then the right can show me it actually doing something. So if I change this to be that 359 there on frame 48, and then have the timeline saying we want it to end there. This will say that it's got to get a little slow, get picked up, and then slow out. So I can ease in, ease out. Might be wondering why it's not moving. That's not so good question. It goes, oh, because it doesn't actually take it sometimes. I have to like tell it that when I change something, please actually remember that. So I have to click like this button and then actually do something when I change it. Ugh. So it only did like the 0.3 that I did here instead of the 359. And now it's changed, maybe? No, it still goes. Oh, is there another keyframe right before it? And it says that 3 point. Get rid of that. And that, there we go, now it's shooting up. Woo! Because it's a huge value. Yay! Look at it go. It's the opposite way that I wanted, so I can go to the end and then just could type it in, or I can times it with a little ampersand there, -1, just to set it to be the opposite. Okay. So now it swaps to the other way. Yay. And so I can like speed it up by moving this sooner, or I can select both of these and see if I can pull on this line to make it slow in a little bit more and then speed this up. So now it'll kind of start slow and then move fast. To do a 360 turn. Yeah, whatever. Just move it back to 48. So it'll take about 2 seconds for the wheel. Camera's a little close. We can move the Y. Lower. Can reformat that. Doesn't need to be that wide with the output, so we can put the resolution X resolution. It's maybe like 1700. Okay, that made it taller, or did it? I don't know. Why is it making it taller? I'm saying the X resolution did what? No, that's that. Okay. Why can't change that? Or the aspect ratio? Oh. X is okay. Yeah, because that's, yeah. Uh-huh. See, I'm confused because I'm moving the X and it's making it that wide, and then also the Y is also doing that. What the? I'm gonna go back because that was weird. I never really play with those, so maybe that's why. 1080. We'll bring it back to 1 and 1. Okay. Yeah, that'd just be as easy as, like, with Toon Boom, you could just go in and change the, let's see, scene settings. I can click this, and then I got all these settings to, like, change it into different sizes. So I'm on vertical HD, which I think I make that as a custom one. And I could make it 1K, which is only 100 by 100. And now it's this size, so it's already a square size, which is now wider compared to back to here, where now it's huge. So, yeah, if I understood what was going on here, I guess I can. No, I have to make it wider. Either way, but yeah, I can insert pictures into here, and we can do that as a final thing. So go into shading. Let's see. Don't need that. Get out of here. I made two of them. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. So what I want is in the material 01, we can change this into the game picture, basically, and then make this one a red material. So in the game pick one, I don't want it to be gray. I want to actually add a picture into it. So we got an image texture, put it into the base color with a, I guess, an alpha. And then I can choose any kind of picture from my computer, basically, and put it in. I'm going to go find one, I guess. I don't really have one set up at this second, because we didn't do anything. So I guess I can try and find something. I don't know. What do you guys want? I guess I can try and find some random picture I have. What's gonna work? I don't know. Here's what I made. Let's put you in here. Let's see if we can do that. So where is that? You, and then what are you called? Open image. I think it worked. I'll have to mess with it. Because I added my own custom picture into it. If I can get this. Can I select everything that's this without having to literally be like, because this should be UV editor. So make it huge. Let's see. Let's unwrap it. We can almost make this work if I So we need to rotate it negative 90. There we go. Welcome back. I'm adding a new game. This is and perfect. It's gonna take a little loving to get this right. Let's see. We can turn off repeat. We can extend it, or I can explode it. We'll put it on repeat because that's apparently what's wants. Turn off a couple of this other stuff. Okay. And so now, because we added that custom texture, this should just work. You know, not to do anything else to make this, in the older days, you'd be like, oh no, I had to add something new. Like, oh, I forgot to add the character's hat. You know, if I had to do like a Disney traditional animation, you'd be like, oh, I forgot the hat. Okay. Oh, okay, frame 1, draw the hat back on. Frame 2, draw the hat back on. Frame 3, you know, for the entire shot or sequence or something else, you know, if you forgot an element or something, you have to go through every single frame and manually put it in and actually manually draw the entire element from scratch every single time. But with this, it's like, oh, I just added the texture, and because I already, you know, set up the materials and everything, the animation still works because it's on the global of the object itself. So I don't have to like be like, oh no, I forgot something, or like I added or changed something. That means I could just already have basically every frame set up basically, so don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I think that's about it for tonight. So to fix a lot of this will be to either figuring out if I had to dissolve or like remove, change or something. Or I think sometimes if you just kind of like select all of this and then say UV edit these individual boxes, basically I could just go in and then say just from the selection unwrap and then put that in, and then sometimes this works. So I have to like literally select every single box here, and then it should work better for the texture. Yeah, because I would have to select all of those plus every single one of these as well, and then say unwrap, and then sometimes that works a little better. Because I was actually taking more of it into account than before. But yeah, that's how I would fix it. Okay. Thanks again for playing along with you guys. So, it's not too bad. Not too bad for not using Blender for a lot of time, and trying to do this on stream and trying to do it quickly. So, nice. But yeah, you can see like I can, you know, add a picture and then render this out, and then for Mario Kart have a picture and then change the picture into something else, and then swap it out and re-render it. So, and then drag those pictures into Toon Boom and place it in here, have an image sequence, and then over time say, oh, I want to use those pictures, and just use the one that's, you know, from the side, place it in as an image of the render picture and put it here, and then have it work inside here. So either way, that's that part. But yeah, that just means I have to animate all the rest of this. Ugh. And then all the rest of the animation parts were have to do the post-production with all the audio parts and editing, anything else I want to do. That's why I like doing more stuff in camera if I can help it. Where that just means I can literally just take this Toon Boom animation, export it, and then put it into another program to add the audio. That's a little easier, especially there's a lot more tools in DaVinci Resolve for my editing software. And it just means that I only have to then focus on syncing the audio, adding music, and making the sound effects sound good. That's what I mean. Like, there's no real easy way to be like, oh, I want this in Toon Boom. If I wanted this sound effect, I can import it in, but I don't think there's tools to be able to pitch bend it, slow it down, speed it up, reverse it, bop it, you know, inside of Toon Boom. So I have to use a different program to, if I want to have a sound effect go a little faster, like add effects into that particular sound effect, you know, have to use something else. So, and then I don't want to like also spend time, you know, adding too many effects onto the video if I can just put it into Toon Boom and then just say this is the video and then plop that video file into DaVinci Resolve and then do all the audio filters inside of there and then export that and be like, oh, here's my video, you know. Because I'm sure there's other animators, especially like the more advanced ones like Minty Root and others that are doing more post-production styles and shadings and integrating 3D models more having the 2D characters be literally inside of the 3D world kind of stuff. That'll be a lot of work to figure out. But anyway, let's go to toaster time and I'll hang out with you for a little bit because I do gotta finish a lot of stuff. I don't know if Delta is still here. King Sparta. I'll try and finish your thing, hopefully tonight, and then see what else how much energy I have after that. To work on more stuff. So, yeah. I did work a little bit on the game, the snowball game, over the week. Had my dad help me with some programming stuff. So that was fun to like have a little bit of help rather than just relying on tutorials and other videos and such to try to figure out some stuff. Because I think we left off on the log. The log was part of the same list that was in the enemy list, that if you touched a stump or a rock, like if you touched a rock when playing the snowball game, you would get hurt. But I wanted the log where you can actually sit on, like, and be on the log and then roll up it. And because it was in the same list and didn't have any other extra programming, it was like, oh, okay, if you hit the log, then you get hurt. And I was like, wait a minute, how do I add another, like, I had him like in a list with all the enemies in like one big chunk of like, here's every single enemy obstacle that can be spawnable. And so Dad helped me out with like some thinking through it and like figure out the logic and then finally programming it, where we basically just extended the same in the code. We extended the obstacle stuff that defined the obstacle, but then basically just kind of overrid it by adding a function that let it so like the damage wouldn't happen. So because I was scared that we had to like do a whole bunch of more wacky stuff of adding another list and being like, okay, well, can these two lists work together, or, you know, is it going to spawn differently, or do they get overlap and get way more confusing? So but yeah, sorry, Irish. I'll let you know that we do start at 12 PST/3 p.m. EST. So if that helps you to at least know about that, then make sure you don't get late again. And they're every Saturday, as best I can do. So try and do that if you're able to. If anyone else comes in late, the YouTube makes the VOD, the video on demand, makes this into like a regular viewable, like any other YouTube video. It just happens to be in a stream video. Obviously, you can't interact with it as a past recording, but all of those are up on my channel. In those great, I almost said something else. Those fantastic little tabs on YouTube. Where it has the shorts, videos, and live streams. This video would be in the live stream tab on my main channel. So you go to Yoshi Greenwater on YouTube, and then there's the live stream tab. So that's for everyone who missed 5, 10, 20 minutes of a stream. You're able to then watch it and catch up. And it helps me out, obviously, with watching the videos. A lot of people do watch the VODs, but I don't know if it's you guys also included. That also watch if you. I feel like most of you who watch this live, but then are coming in late, then don't re-watch the stream to see what you missed, which I feel like is a little bit of a missed opportunity. So, especially if you're someone who came in an hour, hour and a half later, like that amount of content, wouldn't be lost. So, unless you watch the VOD, so, yeah. No, it's okay, yeah, I'm just saying. Well, not trying to be late again. It's okay. I know it's hard to... yeah, it's hard. There's probably some options on my post today. Yeah, we gotta figure out what words are. Are we saying that's it's like, they can be like, does that mean like you added a poll onto your community post? Like what? I mean, that's cool, but it's like I have to translate it a lot to figure out what you're saying. Especially that leaderboard thing, that was really weird. And obviously that was so fresh of a thing that's like, I've never heard of it. Especially because it was a beta thing for like 3 countries. And you were asking me about, what do you think about it? It's like, what? It sounds interesting. I don't know. I haven't been on Twitch enough to be like... So I feel like Twitch has a lot more interactive stuff. So I wonder if YouTube is like, kind of like eyeing Twitch to be like, what do you got? Trying to copy Twitch's homework without trying to be too obvious about it. That I feel like something with the leaderboard stuff. If we missed that seems to be some thing where if you post messages or like it's to incentivize people to comment and do interactive stuff and donate to the streamer, and in return the viewer gets XP. But what does the XP do? I don't know. If it's just like, oh, you get cool thing next to your name or something. They probably changed it a bunch by the time it actually comes out in worldwide. But yeah, either way. Welcome. Let's see. Almost gonna read that. Such a small... Ooh, words are so small. Here we go. I zoomed in. Deadly Plays. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you around, or you haven't commented recently. But welcome. We're in Toaster's time now, so I'm just kind of talking with you guys so we can chat together. I can't zoom this now. There we go. So yeah, guys, we'll probably talk for another like 10 or so minutes, unless there's something But yeah, I know at the start I was really sounding depressed. I've been stressed out. Just a lot of stuff has been piling up, and I feel like I can't do everything, and for me that kind of like shuts myself down, where it's like if I can't do everything that I want, or like there's so many responsibilities that's like, oh, I can't complete them all in a reasonable time or do it by the deadline, then I just shut down and it's like nothing gets done, which is worse because then it's like I get closer and closer to a deadline. Because that usually happens with like the YouTube shorts now, because it's like, oh no, Mother's Day is coming. Oh no, do you think I can finish that? I tried to work on it and it's like, oh, is this gonna be too big of a project? Like I made this story scope and like had like multiple scenes and backgrounds and it's like, ah. And then it's like, oh no, the Mother's Day is coming up too soon. And it's like, oh, do I have to, what do I do? And it's like, I had to minimize it and make it into like a small post instead. That was like a 2-second thing. When I really wanted it to be a full thing, at least a manageable short. I didn't want to like have a 2-second short because I feel like that's not good. I mean, there's people that cheat the system where like all the stuff that's on the Jax Films bad YouTube reactor stuff with his series, where he's like, yeah, you're not adding, you know, why is this reaction video fair use, and like going through like all this stuff and be like, you didn't react enough, or your commentary isn't more than what the video itself was saying, like nothing of value is being said and stuff like that. But either way, it's like I don't want to like have like a 1-second YouTube short, you know. Because I feel like that's what the GIF basically was, like an only like a 3-second, 2-second thing. I don't know how long it was, but it was definitely less than a 5-second thing. That was like, I don't want to post this on a YouTube short, even though that's sort of what it sounds like. Would be good, but it's like I want it to still feel chunky. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I will check out your post real quick. Go to channel. So, it is a poll. Okay. What do you think I should do? Already 9 votes in 4 hours? Way to go. That's really good in interactivity. Let's see. Collection of animation doodles, recreation of video of Happy Tree Friends, or nothing. Did you not already do a sub thing? Oh, I guess you've just been doing regular posts, like the 500 little celebration post you got 9 days ago. But now you want to know if you want to do like a full thing or not. Interesting. Do you have an idea for the PMV, like what song you might do? Let's see. And then a collection of animation to doodles is actually like a compilation of ones you've already done, or you gotta make a new collection of stuff. And then recreation of an episode, is that like a full 20-minute recreation? So I want to just make sure that I'm informed before I make a decision. Like Michael Jackson, good luck getting through YouTube with that. But yeah, they all sound fun. Let's see. Like Apple, okay. Is Apple Bloom the animation or the Happy Tree Friend thing? I never watched Happy Tree Friends. I've seen clips of it to like know what it's about, but it's like, yeah, I'm not interested. And actually, they don't want to like sit down and watch it. Like, I'm good. That'd probably just be like a 10-second voiceover clip that you're gonna change it to be different characters. Let's see. The third is personal. Okay. Sure. What's the comment say you got? Yeah. It's so hard to decide, yeah, reading their comment. The problem with me is that I usually have something in mind when I do a poll, and then I get outvoted with my personal choice, and it's like, oh, well, now what? Now I'm stuck with appeasing to the general audience, and it's like, oh wait, I didn't. Okay. Don't want to like ask what yours is. Like, what would you personally want to do? Because no, for me, I'd be like, well, you know, maybe I was thinking like I'm gonna do the PMV or something, and then everyone chose the doodles, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. I guess I will do that now. Yeah. It's like, it would be really interesting. Show all the doodles of drawings and extras like internship scenes. Okay. Or mini animations. I think it'd be more, just thinking at the legality if you do like a full music video that creator-wise you want it to be more for your time, and if YouTube copyrights it, then that'll be a waste. Same with Heavy Tree Friends, that'll still be potentially copyrighted. Welcome, Aunt Daily. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. I hope you watch more stuff if you're new. I got 10 years of Derpy videos for you to enjoy. That'll probably take a couple hours to watch through all those. So, thank you. Yeah, I think I got with the doodles on my vote. Oh yeah, look at that. You got 70% now on the doodles. It's great someone actually voted for nothing. Like, come on. At least do something. Thanks again. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? On my itinerary. Oh yeah, the whole thing. Why we're doing a Switch 2 video, it's because hopefully I will be in line on Wednesday night, and at Target I think you have to stay up to 8 a.m. to when they actually open the doors, so we'll have to camp out overnight on Wednesday night. And I've done that with the, I've told the story where I've done this with the Wii and Wii U and Switch, where I stayed at a store. I guess now that this year I tried to do the pre-orders, but I guess it was not in my favor. So, well, don't say retro GameCube. I've lived through it. That was my first like modern console. Because I had a SNES when I was a baby, and then because I was a baby, we weren't able to, family-wise, get 64. So when I was more of a kid and we moved out and then got to an actual house, we moved from an apartment to a house, and then it's like, okay, we're doing good. You want something to play? I was like, yeah. I was like 8 or something, and then we got a GameCube for Christmas. I was like, yay! So, I guess 20 years is retro, but it still stings. Which one's, nope, yeah, nope, yep. That means the Wii's almost retro. The Wii, the singular, came out in 2006, so next year the Wii will be retro. But anyway, I was able to get the pre-order for the Switch 2, so I'll have to do it my own way and stake out at a Target overnight. So, excited for that. Probably going to be moderately cold. I don't know. I was most worried that they only have like 5 or 10 Switch 2s per store, to like average it out against like every single store having some. But it seems like they pumped out a lot. That some stores seem to say like they had like pictures on Reddit, where some random store had like 50 or something, or then another one that had like them all in a cage of all things in the middle of the store, just locked up. So it seems we're pretty almost okay adequately with in-store ones. So yeah, just hope for me so I can grab one on day Thursday morning. And if it does open at 8, then I actually start my work shift at 9. So I think it'll actually all work out. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So that means next week, if we get a Switch 2, then I'll play it next week on Saturday. So, it's that'll be exciting. Then I'll do something. I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of like heavy launch games besides Mario Kart, because Donkey Kong is coming out like later, and some of the DLC Switch 2 enhancements are coming out later as well. So it seems like it's just Mario Kart and some third-party stuff that's like whatever, like some Street Fighter or something. I guess. Oh, I guess the Wacom tour, we can do that. Already gonna spend $500+ on all this. Might as well spend $10 more to get the Wacom tour, so I can have the Joy-Con 2 shake like a maraca, play golf, and be lectured at to be like, did you know that the Switch 2 Joy-Con has a magnet in it, and that means it has a magnetic force that makes it connect to the Switch console. Isn't that neat? And it's like, oh god. Yeah. So next week should be exciting, and or possibly not. If I don't get it, then I'll keep trying. Maybe like over the summer sometime I'll get it. And then in the mean case, I'll work on my own game or other videos. So there's always something. Like it's not like a, if I don't get Switch 2, that means whoops, can't do streaming. I'll always have something to do. So there's always something to work on. And I'll keep you guys entertained with a lot of stuff. So hopefully you'll look forward to this short of Derpy playing around with the different costumes and such with the video we're starting to make today. Probably get that. I'll probably hopefully get that worked on mostly this weekend, and then a little bit, because I still gotta. I have to do it. Yeah, I have to consider that I have to complete the video and have it ready to schedule and upload. This is what I had to do with the Switch 1 as well. I didn't want to say 2 in that. With the Switch 1, I had to complete the video and upload it on YouTube sometime before. I'm trying to think now. I think I did stake out the night, so I had to finish it in like, I think I had to. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think I completed it, and then on the 2nd, on March 2nd, I think I then stayed overnight to the 3rd morning, and then got the Switch 1, came home, and then ran to my computer to say, please upload onto YouTube the switcheroo video. I think that's what happened. So, but now that I got scheduling, and I think I'm a little better at planning out videos, or making them actually doable, feasible to complete in time, I'll try and complete the video first, schedule it, and then I don't have to worry about it, because it'll be automatically uploaded onto. It'll already be all the data of it will be set up, and then it's just like unlocking the date basically of it. So I guess then on Thursday morning, I guess I'll have that video scheduled for that time then. Probably. I also like doing it on Bluesky, but I don't think Bluesky has a schedule feature. So I have to like either do some weird third-party stuff, and it's like I don't want to do that. Weird thing is that X actually had a better scheduling thing than Bluesky for whatever reason. Just to say that about that. Either way, so yeah, look out for that. Look out for more videos. Look out for hopefully the demo for my Snowball game if I get that rolling. And then look out for the Derpy movie chapter 8, 7 sometime. One of those. I think I want to try and plan the next chapter to be uploaded in August, and then have the final chapter of the movie by the end of the year. So gonna try and finish the movie hopefully this year, which will actually be sooner than Midnight Mares, which has been working on it for twice as long. Yeah. Midnight Mares is so badly organized thing that I got wrapped up in for an animation for a pilot. We're not even done with the 20-minute pilot that I've been working on for 10 years. So, yeah. I initiated myself. I volunteered to work on it. I got paid to work on it, and graduated up to animation director. And now we're hiring new animators potentially right now. So that might make things smoother potentially. But yeah, the director on that has been like, I want to get this done this year. And then I always say, how? And then he doesn't respond. Because I can put a bunch of math in and say like, well, you know, the amount of work and time and off time that we have, you know, that continues, and which hasn't been improving. You know, that means that we'll finish maybe the next couple years. But to say that to everyone else, you know, the director will just say, well, we'll do our best, and we're gonna get it definitely done this year. And then I just have to like side eye and say like, what? How? Like, I don't think there's, you know, some reality where, you know, unless we get like 10 animators working, you know, full time, and then nothing else goes wrong. Because we only have like one animator really working on it. I'm just like the director to say, move this around, move that eyebrow, you know. I just give notes. So I'm not actively animating on it. I just give revision notes to the animator. So if we get another one, will it go twice as fast? And then we'll get it done this year? Still probably no. We might get close. But it still probably won't happen. So that's also what I have to deal with every day. In addition to everything else I've been talking about. So that's where I feel like I'm being swamped. And it's just like so drowning in work. And like most of it is, you know, stuff that I elect myself to do, like all the projects with all the YouTube stuff. And then I have all the work stuff that I can only really work on at work. So if my boss says, hey, guess what? You're going to work less hours than a part-timer, you know, it's like you're just here for a couple hours this week. You were gone for Memorial Day on Monday because everyone else was. Yeah. How about you also take this Friday off, so you only work 6 hours, 3 days a week. While also a lot of stuff is coming in. More than you can probably get done. What's that? You also say that you want more time, and you actively emailed the boss to say I would like more time because I don't think I can complete everything. And then the boss replies in an email just like flatly saying, no, you don't get to work on Friday. That's where I get upset. So now I gotta work really, really hard on Monday to keep up. with what I wasn't able to complete this week. So, in addition to everything else I've been doing on, and it's like great. So anyway, well, if you have a nice weekend, I'm gonna be thinking about all the stuff I have to do. Anyway, okay. See, I've just been annoyed on all this. Either way, you guys have a pleasant evening / morning / whatever. I'm gonna go curl up for a bit, have some food, and then get back to work. Yay. Yeah, sorry. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just annoyed with all this. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good time. Right. See you guys next week with some fun stuff potentially. If I can get the Switch too, then there'll be more stuff to be had with fun. Just find a button, stick me out. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys. Alright, see ya.